Morning, folks. I am back with Dave Ellis, our channel partner manager. We've had some really exciting things happen in the past few weeks, and so just wanted to bring him back, give us the opportunity to, just basically kind of see what it is that he actually shares with these channel partners as they hop on phone calls. So, without further ado, Dave, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Well, good morning, Anna. Thanks for having me back. And LinkedIn, what up, everybody? So the reason that I wanted to talk about this morning is in just the short amount of time that Overwatch Technologies has been offering this channel partner program, we've seen substantial interest. Within a month and a half, we've had seven companies come on board with us. That is absolutely huge. And here's the kicker. We already are receiving bids from these companies, from the company's clients. So we're having our partners reach out to us and say, hey, I've got this client that wants your cameras. And this client is now going to start earning recurring monthly revenue. And you guys know as well as I do, that is the lifeblood of any business, of any company, is being able to have that monthly money coming in. So I'm really excited about this. This is an incredible program. And so this is not just for security guard companies. Now we are starting to reach out to camera installers and things, and folks along those lines. And I'm already having real positive feedback on this. So I don't want anyone that's connected with me over LinkedIn to miss this opportunity, because this is absolutely killer. So let's talk a little bit here about the channel partner program. Let's talk about what this does. So bottom line up front, if anyone knows me personally, they know I just like to get straight to the meat and potatoes. I want to create a win-win relationship. And what that means is what it says. You win, I win, okay? And how do you win? By utilizing what we call a force multiplier. So give you an example. You have a property that you place one guard at. Okay. Now, if your guard is here, like say on the southeast side of the building, and something's going on the northwest side of the building, can that guard realistically be there within a matter of seconds? No. But say you had your guard station here, and you have cameras, proactive video monitoring cameras placed around that property. You've got 3 of them. You now have 4 guards instead of just 1. And so you've multiplied the force that you're able to put on site with a reduction in cost and an increase in revenue. So you immediately add value for your business to your client. And so you can take care of staffing issues. You can take care of rising crime rates, complex threats. Because we all know criminals are getting smarter and smarter every day, and that's just the nature of it. But clients now want a proactive approach. They don't want that reactive response of having to run around a building and chance missing that person or that event when it can be handled literally in a matter of seconds. So that's what we want to do. We want to increase your revenue and decrease your cost. So let's talk about that a little bit more here in a moment. Now, what the partner opportunity does is that immediately gives you a differentiation factor. Now, the question you can ask on this is how is this a differentiation factor? Well, what makes your company any different than Tom, Dick, and Harry's company down the street? Let's be real about that. When it comes to basic security guard service, it's almost impossible to make yourself stand out. And our CEO, Doug Eccles, saw that. And so now you can offer a technology-driven solution. You can now say, hey, I can provide you with a guard, a physical presence, but I can also provide you with a virtual presence that's just as effective. And so now you stand out from the crowd. That's what we want in this particular business. So by being able to stand out, you increase your stickiness, you increase your retention, you strengthen your client's loyalty because you can now bundle in advanced AI features, advanced camera solutions, and monitoring. And you can earn yourself a recurring margin every month on every single monitored camera by adding, technology enabled services without having to add more physical guards and pay them at a higher rate. So you can now win more clients with a proactive security approach, and you can deliver a stronger outcome with fewer headaches. That's one of the things that Doug told me when I first started, is that when we came from the physical guard industry, Doug said his health was terrible because he was stressed out day in, day out. Now he loves life. So let me help you to love life. So moving on, who are we? Okay, so I talked a little bit about how we were in the physical guard space. So Doug Eccles owner operated and founded Scout Security 10, 15 years ago. So we've spent 10 years in the physical guard business before COVID hit in 2020, 2021. So we pivoted to a proactive video monitoring approach in 2021. The reason why, Doug told me this true story. He was sitting there in his patrol car one night. He had two guards call off. And then he had 7 phone calls back to back of fresh clients needing a security guard. And he's asking himself, how am I going to staff this? So he goes to the store, buys a bunch of cameras, links them up to his phone, places them out where pain points or issues for these clients would be. Now he's able to be far more effective in his route. So in 2021, he says, you know what? There's something here to this. So we sold the physical aspect of the Scout. They're still out there doing a fantastic job. And then we rebranded the technology piece as Overwatch Technologies. And now, last year alone, we are one of the fastest growing proactive video monitoring providers in the United States. We grew 300% last year alone. Let us help you grow your business 300% in 2026. That's what I'm here to do. I'm begging you, let me help you. We have 24/7 Security Operations Center with enhanced AI monitoring. So these are the things that we bring to the table, and these are the things that I want to put on your table so that you can offer these to your clients. Let me give you another tool in your tool belt, another weapon in your arsenal, so to speak. So who we serve are going to be a lot of the same folks that you guys serve. Multifamily, property management, office complexes, auto dealerships, commercial and retail areas, warehouses, logistics centers, construction sites, and all of these other things. These are the companies, these are the areas that we thrive in, and I know these are the areas where you thrive in as well. So let's talk a little bit about Overwatch, our system, how it works. So our technicians, we build it out, we install it, and we monitor it. So there is literally next to nothing that you guys as partners have to do other than get to the table with your clients. That's it. So let's talk about the system here real quick. All right. So we utilize, like I said, enhanced AI analytics for behavioral recognition software. So the second that someone seems to be engaging in suspicious or nefarious activity, diabolical intent, whatever you want to call it, the AI analytics pick up on that within 3 seconds, and it's kicked over to a live agent. That live agent is now, that real human being is now watching through that camera what's going on. Now, our agents are highly trained to analyze threats in real time. So within 5 seconds, they're able to make a determination and say, hey, you know what? We need to intervene here. Now, what does that intervention look like? That intervention is killer. So what happens is they flash red and blue flashing lights. We do that specifically red and blue for a psychological effect. Most people associate red and blue flashing lights with what? The police. So psychologically, they're already like, what's going on? You know, they're looking for that police car that's coming around the corner. Now you have a 120 decibel bullhorn that starts blaring at them. Then you have a real live person that comes over the intercom and addresses them by their physical description. So if I was a perpetrator, they would say, "Hey, bald guy with the glasses, beard, and green and blue or green and brown flannel shirt. What are you doing? It's after hours. You need to leave." Or, police have been dispatched, something along those lines. And we can tailor that message to whatever you feel in the area they need to hear. So all of that's tailored. But the point is that about 95% of the time, it works. And I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke at you and tell you that it works 100% of the time. That's a bald-faced lie, because it doesn't. But 95% of the time is incredible. And the other 5% of the time, that's where a physical guard comes in. Now check this out. If you are a channel partner with us and you own a physical guard company, not only are you making recurring monthly revenue off of the monitoring, which I'll talk about here in a second, but now you're getting your call-out fee. Think about that. Okay, so once these things have been detoured, the property stays safe. Now, of course, that's what your client wants. So let's give your client what they want. Of course, sometimes we do see, a real crime taking place. Well, that's what police departments are for. So our team is able to directly dial 911 to get police involved. But if it's something minor and they need to get your security team involved because that's your client's property, our dispatch reaches out to you guys and you guys send out a guard. So that's how it works. Fairly simple and frankly, pretty sweet. So what we offer, what we bring to the table is fixed camera systems. That means cameras on buildings, okay? Your client owns the hardware that's installed by us. So you don't have to maintain any kind of stock of camera systems, switches, cables, anything along those lines. Your client purchases those through you from us, okay? We can also add mobile surveillance units for a more rapid deployment. If it's here in the Colorado area where we're at, we can typically deploy within a couple of hours. But if you're one of my partners that's, out of state, or you're thinking, or you're seeing this and you're like, hey, you know what, I want to get in on this, we can work out the logistics. It's no big deal. But the point is that proactive video monitoring is now layered on top of existing camera systems and existing security guard staff. So it's just one more weapon in the tool belt. If you're going into battle, why would you not want to have that extra weapon when you need it? So this is kind of what we look at when it comes to our product lineup. So right here, you're going to see a fixed camera. That's what we call a TIOC, a 3-in-1. You're also going to see a photo over here of our beautiful looking mobile units. And so those mobile units are solar powered. Some of them have, solar power and a backup gas generator just in case, the solar panel ever goes down, which if you live in a normal area, it never does. So the point is that you've got the proactive crime deterrency, you've got real-time support for your guards, extended coverage by sometimes being able to utilize the client's existing cameras if need be. So you have better outcomes, you have higher retention. That's the point behind all of this. So real-world impact, think about this. As a security guard company owner, or someone who simply works for a guard service, you know as well as I do, sometimes Friday evening, 5, 6, 7 o'clock, you're going to get that call where you have a client that, runs a construction site. They've been running into some issues. They're losing millions of dollars worth of, equipment, materials, and they want it to stop. Be the hero. Have a mobile unit deployed on their property within hours. And you have now gained a client for life, because guess what? You're taking care of them in the best way when they're having one of the worst days of their life. Just keep that in mind. So how you earn recurring monthly revenue, okay? So recurring monthly revenue per camera. So let's break this down here real quick. Right down here on this chart, what you're going to see different notification levels, because give you an example, our logistics centers and our warehouses, don't get nearly as many notifications or hits as, like, say, a multifamily property does. We've got multifamily properties where we're getting thousands of notifications per month. So is it really fair to charge someone who gets maybe 10 to 15 notifications per month the same price that we would charge someone who gets thousands of notifications a month? Absolutely not. So we have different tier levels. And then, when we sit down and we discuss your client's needs, we'll hash all of that out. We'll figure that part out. But the point is, we're going to look at a wholesale rate versus an MSRP rate. We charge our clients, if it's a multifamily property, $149.95 per month per camera. Now, say you are a security guard owner and you have a multifamily property that you take care of. You turn around and you say, hey, you know what? I've got this great new option. I'm going to reduce your cost. I'm going to increase your coverage. What do you think about that? They're going to say, yeah, let's talk. Okay. So how that works out, you can charge them $149.95 a month per camera. You can charge them $200 a month per camera, $250 a month per camera, whatever you want to charge them. They're your client. You just don't undercut what we charge as the minimum base. Now, we're going to charge you $75 a month per camera to monitor. You turn around and you charge your client, say, $200 a month. That is $125 per camera in pure profit, in pure revenue, because you have made your money back and then some. So that's incredible. You're not going to find any other monitoring service that's going to offer you anywhere between 50 to 100% or more profit per month per camera. So that's a big reason to partner up with us. So, give me a call, shoot me an email, shoot me, a message on LinkedIn. I want to talk to you if this is something that you feel is a potential value to your business. So we also have additional deals where we can do 24/7 monitoring. Those rates are going to be a little bit different. What you're looking at right here is monitoring between 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Now, let's talk about what that looks like a little bit here, okay? So say you sell 20 cameras in a month. You are now taking home, at minimum, an extra $1,500 per month off of that specific deal. Now, picture yourself selling 20 cameras month after month after month after month after month for a full year. So at the end of a full year, you have 240 cameras, and you are now bringing in $18,000 per month. Per month, and that's an extra $18,000 in your profits in your pocket. Now you keep that up over 5 years. That's an extra $1 million a year annually. Who doesn't want an extra $1 million a year? I do. So reach out to me. Let's talk about this. Let me help make a lot more money for you. Now, we have a state-of-the-art SOC, so Security Operations Center. Our real-time live agents can allow your patrol teams to be far more prepared when they're going onto a site. What does that look like? So Overwatch has the ability to speak to your guards in real time, communicate threats, locations, and stream live videos to your guards responding to a dispatch call. I don't know about you, but if I was a security guard, I would feel a lot safer knowing what I'm walking into. Being able to look at my phone or my tablet or my laptop or whatever and say, hey, this person's over here, they're facing this direction. If I come this direction, I can get them. So you're able to plan a lot more. So being able to watch that live video stream from our guards to your guards via Zello, that's incredible. That's absolutely killer. So the whole idea is that we are here to support you and your business. So our partner support looks like this. You now have the ability to offer live agent monitoring supported by enhanced AI software. All you got to do is add the cameras. That's it. That's it, really. So you can now tell your clients, hey, let's talk about a proactive deterrency piece, because we have live agents, you have a happier client, you have more efficient support for your guards, and you have happier guards. So another way we support you is a co-branded marketing toolbox. We have weekly sales and opportunities calls. We're going to assist you with the first 10 bids because we want to help you get started out properly. Now, after those first 10 bids, you guys got it. You guys know what you're doing. You can handle it. So we manage the installation and the monitoring. So once again, there is nothing that you guys have to do other than make additional revenue. So with an authorized partner status, you get that marketing toolbox, you get that weekly training and support. Those are the killer things, okay? So if you have any questions, any doubts whatsoever in your mind about Overwatch Technologies, who we are, what we do, I want you to check out our YouTube channel. Pay attention to the timestamps. Specifically, if you see that one at the very bottom on the right corner over there, it says less than 90 seconds. Less than 90 seconds to get somebody off property. Pay attention to the timestamps. I'm not making it up. I want you to see this for yourself. That's the important part, okay? So if you are looking for a way to stand out and serve your clients more effectively and be able to scale your revenue through the roof, talk to me. Partner with Overwatch Technologies. Let's do this. I want to be able to help you guys out. So the way that you get started with us, simply an independent business application, $395. It's the admin work that we talked about. But that also gets you a half day's worth of sales training for your staff. That also gets you on the weekly sales and opportunities calls. It gets you the marketing material, all of that good stuff. So that's what that's for. So the next steps is to go ahead and complete that IBA, schedule your training day, join us for the weekly calls, and book your first client call. So once again, let's get after this. So the reason I included this next slide, this was kind of an average deal. This is one that I set up myself. It's a property up in Denver. They started to see the benefit of Overwatch immediately. And then they called me and added 2 more cameras. But here's the kicker. They still want to maintain their guard service. So there is absolutely zero reason whatsoever why Overwatch Technologies and your physical guard company cannot work hand in hand to create that win-win relationship. So, Anna, that's really what I wanted to go over. I do encourage, anyone that's going to see this, reach out to me. Let's talk about this. Let me do what I can to help you out.
Fantastic. Good stuff, Dave. Yeah. And I mean, one of the things that, recently has just sort of lit the fire under this is the fact that, yes, the people who are already our channel partners, they're actually starting to see this play out in their businesses. So yeah, this is not one of those situations where, we're selling you a bridge in New York just because, we happen to have a service and we think it would be amazing. No, we know it. And we've got the stats to back it up. And now we've got partners who can testify to the same thing. So fantastic. Really appreciate your time today, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just from the standpoint, honestly, you can reach out a myriad of ways. Dave, his email address, dave@overwatch.live.
It's actually David. It's David at overwatch.live.
David at overwatch.live. You can also check out our website, overwatch.live, and there's plenty of opportunities to contact us there as well. Mm-hmm. So with that, I think we're going to call it a wrap. Really appreciate your time today, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. Anna, it's been a pleasure to talk to you as always. And please, folks, reach out to me. Let me do what I can.
Fantastic.